Hi everybody, this is Joe from Ecommerce Platforms, and today we're going to be talking about BigCommerce. This is our ultimate BigCommerce e-commerce review, so we're going to cover all of the features you need to know about one of the most popular e-commerce platforms in the world. It is very comparable to Shopify, if you've ever heard of that. There's other big-time e-commerce platforms like Squarespace and Volusion. Others I can think of just off the top of my head would be Weebly and Wix. So we have a lot to talk about and a lot to compare with all of those other solutions. We're on the BigCommerce page right now, as you can see, but just a brief background, as of the time of this video, there's over 25,000 live sites on BigCommerce. So it's one of the most popular options. You can sell physical, digital items. They have some beautiful templates for you to choose, and really you can get launched with a BigCommerce website within no more than like 5 minutes. I mean, obviously it takes some customization to actually make your store look nice. Um, but yeah, so there's all sorts of stuff to look at here. Actually, recently, as of actually it was over in 2016, but they have been slowly, progressively adding new features and rebranding everything from their website to the back end. So I'll show you all of that. Some of you might be familiar with it. But we'll cover everything from the features to the pricing and all that. I want to start with the pricing. Um, what's interesting about BigCommerce is the landing page on their website is for their enterprise solution. So they really are trying to cater to enterprise brands. And when we get into the essentials, which is what most smaller businesses will go for, you'll see that they really try to get you to scale up your business, pay a little bit more, and basically just rapidly expand your business, which is a good thing. But you just have to be aware of that to make sure that this is the right platform for you. So let's go to the essentials, and this is where we're going to check out our pricing. Go to pricing right here. You can try BigCommerce free for 15 days, then pick a plan. They actually extend it for you if you want to, which is nice because most platforms don't do that. If you didn't have quite enough time to test out the platform, you can extend it for another 7 days. Um, let's see here. The main ones are going to be Standard, Plus, and Pro. Standard is about $30 and Plus is about $80 and Pro is about $250, and that's all per month. You can save 10% if you switch to the annual plan, but that's actually only available for the Plus and Pro plans. So Standard is always going to be the same. So we'll kind of switch back and forth there so you can see the savings. And um, this is very similar to what Shopify has. So it's quite competitive compared to Shopify. But they do have the advantage of no transaction fees for any type of payment gateway that you opt for or payment processor. So you can do anything with BigCommerce or whatever's offered. You can go with Stripe. Um, you can go with one of the PayPal options. You can go with authorize.net. It doesn't matter where you're located or anything like that. Whereas Shopify and some of the other platforms, they actually restrict you to either their particular payment processor or they just charge you if you're going to use a third-party option. So that's an advantage with BigCommerce. Other than that, their feature set is pretty impressive. You get everything from multiple sales channels. Um, let's see here: Apple Pay, Google Pay, real-time shipping quotes, professional reporting tools, a full blog, product ratings and reviews. Of course, the dedicated SSL, which is very important for online commerce, and a site-wide HTTPS, which is basically just to secure your website. But yeah, it's all here. I mean, really, you get the majority of the tools in the first option, and then once you start moving up, it gets a little more complex or just more advanced tools that are made to expand your your online store. One of the things I don't particularly like about BigCommerce is the abandoned cart saver. Some other competitors do provide that with the lower tier pricing plans. They also, tack on customer groups and segmentation. That's fine. Stored credit cards. Even when you get up here, it's like Google customer reviews. That's interesting. And then you can also get like a custom SSL. So those are kind of the features. There's tons of them in BigCommerce. It would probably take me a half an hour to an hour to go through an entire list, and that would be really boring. So, I encourage you to go into BigCommerce and kind of test out the features and see if it's exactly what you need. Because there are some unique things in there that allow you that aren't available in other platforms. Now, if we get logged into the dashboard, we can kind of see what the dashboard looks like and what the features are going to be like, which is really nice because, if a lot of it depends on your personal preference. Does this dashboard look friendly enough to you? Does it look like something that you could work in every single day? So this here, we have everything from orders to customers and analytics to the App Store, all on the left. It's not too bad. It's a little more cluttered, I think, than Shopify, but it's pretty good. And they have all sorts of suggestions here, like setting up your theme, setting up your shipping, your tax rates. So you can go in there and kind of make sure that everything's configured the way you want it to be. So let's say, for example, we want to set up our store. Um, Actually, sorry, I don't want to do that. I would like to customize my storefront. So here we go. It's an option here, theme settings. And if we jump back, all right, so I already have a theme in here. It's a free one, but you can go in there and buy a theme for $200 if you want. It depends on, if it looks right for your brand and if it's, something that you're willing to pay for, if you have the budget for it. But we can customize our theme and it will basically bring up the front end customizer. In terms of the way I feel about their customization tools, they don't really have a true drag and drop editor, but you can go in here and change things like the styles, bold, warm, global. You can change your product settings. You can change things like settings for your payment buttons. So it's all there, and you do get a visual of the changes. Um, but it's definitely not the best editor I've seen. However, it's not that bad. But you can also edit your theme files. I think BigCommerce is actually more advantageous for companies that have a developer on hand or those people who are willing to hire a developer. So it depends on where you're at with that respect. There are also more advanced customization tools. They aren't really advanced, but the things that you're going to want to do like right off the bat, you can change your logo, you can add a homepage carousel, social media links. These are all the things that your customers are going to want to see. So let's, go for example to the homepage carousel. So this is really quick. It's integrated into your theme. It's really easy to go in here and change your carousel just with brand new images here. So this, I really like this. The logo. You're only probably going to manage this once, but it's a quick upload button. You can handle your favicon. Um, yeah. So the customization tools are nice. Let's check out the blog too. First blog post. It's pretty simple. It's nothing like WordPress you're going to see in here, but a lot of e-commerce stores don't necessarily need that. You at least get a thumbnail image. Um, Looks like, it's basically just a common, what you see is what you get editor. Let's check out the social media links as well. And once again, that's very, very simple, easy to understand. You just paste in your links there. So that's great. Also worth mentioning that your entire checkout area is customizable, so it's easy to make it a little bit more branded towards your company, and to ensure that the least amount of steps is available or is shown for your customers. So yeah, it's an interesting dashboard. I actually really like it. One thing to consider is that, when comparing it to Shopify, the Shopify platform, they try to minimize the features and allow you to have as many apps as possible, somewhat like WordPress. BigCommerce, they add as many features as they can, so it does seem a little bit more complex and cluttered in the back end. However, you won't have to work through all of those app installations and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go home really quick, and it's got to be the App Store is a huge advantage for you. Once again, it's not as great as the Shopify App Store, but you can scroll through here and get the must-have. Their collections are awesome. It kind of shows you the options that they have here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go out of the dashboard just for a moment here and show you the App Store. So you can, select whatever category you want. Say we want marketing tools. Privy is an awesome email marketing option. It's great for coupons and abandoned carts as well. MailChimp I've always liked. Smile.io, I believe, is a loyalty points system. So yeah, you can go through here. Shogun's a nice page builder too. But there's tons of options. Make sure you go to some of the more popular ones, like I showed before. And then we can also check out the apps here, which is a good, or I'm sorry, apps themes. So this is a good visualization of what your designs are going to look like. So this is another expense to consider. Some of the apps are going to be free. In fact, many of them are. Some of them might cost anywhere from $5 to like $50 a month. It depends on what you're looking for. With themes, you also, I believe you have some free options just right there. And they actually look pretty good. All of the themes you select will have multiple styles to choose from. So this is Cornerstone Warm. You can view the demo, check it out here. Looks really nice. And then change the style if you want. But let's go back and we'll look at some of the paid options. Now, the paid themes from BigCommerce are some of the most impressive themes I've seen. I think they're all beautiful. Like this Chira Toys theme is pretty awesome. It just adds more color, more complexity. The visuals are amazing, and pretty much everything is set up for you. And then, of course, they have multiple versions of it. But for that quality, it's $195. Now, the good news is that that's a one-time payment, but that will be a little bit more expensive than themes you get from Shopify and some of the other competitors. But other than that, this athletic one, it's $170. Like that's a beautiful, beautiful website, and that will allow you to get all set up. That only has one style though. Going back to our dashboard, I just want to show you a few other things. Inventory is a big part of the e-commerce world. So managing your products is really easy. It's a little more complex than Shopify, but there's so much power behind the BigCommerce inventory area. So, you can add a product right there, or, we can just go into one of my sample products here and see what it looks like. So you would create your product name, set up a price, all the categories. You can actually add categories and subcategories inside the product page, which isn't the case for Shopify. So it speeds up the process quite a bit. And as we scroll through here, there's tons of stuff that you can configure, images and videos. You can even do the image alt texts right in there. Product identifiers, pricing, inventory. You can add variants like colors and sizes. All the way down here, you've got related products, dimensions and weight, gift wrapping, SEO, all of this, a lot of these things down here aren't included with Shopify. So it just gives you an idea of how BigCommerce tries to pack everything into one round package, making it a little bit more powerful. Well, actually, a lot more powerful than most of the competitors, but a little bit more complex. So you just have to understand that. If you go to the store setup area of I just went to the home page. Sorry about that. But the store setup, there's also advanced settings, which you'll want to walk through every single one of these steps. But the store setup is where you'll get things like currencies, payments. You'll want to set up your payments, obviously. Shipping. Shipping is pretty advantageous through BigCommerce for a few reasons. So, if I go to set up shipping, it's fairly basic. You set up the origin and the services. But I just want to give you a few thoughts. There's speedier shipping through BigCommerce with many of the options like FedEx Express. And BigCommerce also has some of the best negotiated rates on the market. So if you're looking to save money on shipping, they have steeply discounted rates from places like UPS, USPS, DHL, and FedEx. And all the shipping is automated, so it's really cool. It's one way to cut down on your expenses, and it's one thing that you don't always think about, but it's there. And then the payments. Let's see what we got here. This is pretty crucial, just so you know exactly what it looks like. The payments on BigCommerce are a bit of a mixed bag. They have solid rates, no additional transaction fees, and you can choose options like PayPal, Square, Amazon Pay, and Stripe. But let's see here. They also have an option for PayPal powered by Braintree, and that's very useful. There's about 60 payment gateways, which isn't as many as Shopify. However, um, offline payments are supported. Let's see what else we got here. Offline payments. Yeah, this is awesome. You can do bank deposits, checks, money orders, pay in store, um, and you can accept from digital wallets as well, like Apple Pay, Chase Pay. So this is all really nice. And then, that all kind of spills into security. And BigCommerce is a level 1 certified PCI compliant solution. So once all your transactions start going through, you can pretty much make sure with an SSL, with the PCI compliance, with the HTTPS security, that all of your transactions are secure and your customers won't be finding out that their information was stolen through your website. Also cool about BigCommerce is that you can choose to either share an SSL certificate or buy your own. So not all of them have that option. So it's great to have options like that. Basically, a shared SSL means that your checkout isn't hosted, but you can look into that and kind of research SSLs and which one is best for you. Okay, so finally, we're going to go into the customer support for BigCommerce. Um, what's cool is customer support is actually provided, if you go over here, through the online dashboard. So you can look through you can do a search here. Let's say payments. It's not bad. So we got online payment methods, PayPal credit, offline payment methods, all sorts of great articles that will allow us to understand what we're doing wrong or what we need help with. You can also ask the community. That's a forum. Visit the help center, and there's email support, live chat, phone support. It's all 24/7. So BigCommerce is definitely one of the best options you're going to have for customer support. It's comparable to Shopify. They both have great online resources, and they both have great support teams. So, like I said, BigCommerce is one of my go-to options and one of my go-to recommendations when talking about e-commerce platforms. It is rather affordable. They have tons of features packed in. They also have an app store, which is pretty nice. My favorite part is going to be the designs, the themes that BigCommerce offers. But overall, that's all I have for you for my BigCommerce review. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure you like this video. Thanks.